Hey everyone, Ilona Barnhart here. Welcome to class. Today we're going to get into balance postures and we're going to build from simple to complex. So stay with me. As always, we're going to connect with our breath first, warm up our spine, get really grounded with some standing postures, and get into our agenda for today. So get ready, jump into something comfy, roll out your mat, and press play when you're ready. All right, friends, let's get started. Bring your knees wide on your mat. Big toes touch. Sit bones towards your ankles. They don't have to touch. And your hands out in front of you. Bring your forehead towards the earth. You could cupcake your arms here for a little bit more active child's pose, but leaving your forearms on the earth is just fine. Deep inhale fills up your container. And open mouth, exhale. One more just like that. Deep inhale in. And open mouth, exhale. Let it go. If this feels funky on your lower back, you could draw your knees in together. Each inhale fills you up. And exhale lands you in the space and time. Allowing your exhales to become longer than your inhales. Your next inhale, fill up. Cupcake your arms, and exhale, make your way to one of your sides. Lateral side bend here. Staying here through your exhalation. Inhale, moving through center, child's pose, and then exhale to your other side. Lateral side bend. Staying here through your exhalation. Inhale moves you through center. Exhale, your other side. Deep inhale in and exhale. Inhale one more time through center. Exhale to your other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes. Inhale, tail and gaze up. Exhale, press the earth away from you. Create that space between your shoulder blades. Cat and cow. Inhale, fill up. Flexion and extension of the spine. Exhale. Take a few more minutes to move at your own pace. Enjoying the sounds of construction next door. Or maybe any other sounds that are happening in your living area. Cultivating peace within that doesn't matter on the external circumstance. It's always there with us. Finish up your last round and come to a flat back. Bring your hands one paw print ahead of you. Tuck your toes. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your knees. Exhale, hips high for downward facing dog. Bend your one knee and then the other. Micro bend in your elbows so not to hyperextend. And just exploring, being mindful of your hamstrings here. So just exploring that length. Remembering to breathe. As you come to a still dog, bring your feet hip distance apart, your ankles towards the floor, they don't have to touch. Bend into your knees more, send your chest towards your thighs. Your hips high toward the ceiling. Inhale, shrug forward. Exhale, knees to the earth, big toes touch, and hands in front of you, forehead towards the floor, child's pose. We'll move a few more times just like that. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're just getting some heat here in our bodies. Inhale, or in your body. Exhale, child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, hips high, downward dog. Inhale, shrug forward, knees down as you exhale. Inhale lifts you up through tabletop, all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here. Gaze forward and step to the front side edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into the earth and come up 1 vertebra all the way up to stand. Inhale, hands meet above head and palms to your heartbeat. Come to the long side edge of your mat and take a really wide stance with your feet. Not too wide. Pigeon your toes, so your toes are out, heels are in. So press the earth away from you, micro bend in your knees. Inner spiral your thighs in, bring your belly in, and chin above your chest. Shoulders above your hips. Palms touch and thumbs at heartbeat. I lied. Actually, we're going to bring our hands up for star pose. They're drilling stuff there. Serious matters. So press your hands up, really active hands to the ceiling, the crown of the head up, up, up. As you press equally into the earth. Deep inhale here, long spine. Exhale, cactus your arms as you come down to a squat. Inhale, come up. Relax your shoulders and exhale, come down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come up. This time twist to your left as you exhale and come down. Inhale through center, exhale, center. Inhale, come up. Exhale to your other side. A few more just like that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just gaining heat, warming up our body and really deep muscles here. Creating stability and centering in preparation for our balance. 1 more set each side. Do you feel the warmth in your body? I sure am. Exhale, stay deep here. Bring your hands to your thighs and maybe rock side to side. Shoulders down your back, collarbones toward the ceiling. Inhale, come all the way up, release your hands, and exhale, thumbs to your heartbeat. Your right foot adjusted to the length to be parallel with the long side edge of your mat. Your back foot to about 90 degrees. Traditionally, ankle to ankle or ankle to heel alignment. Deep inhale here. Exhale your hands to the horizon and bend to your front knee. Make sure that your knee's on top of your ankle. The tendency is for it to split out to one side or the other. Notice if your shoulders are still in line with your hips. Tendency is to come up a little bit forward, so notice where you're at. Lift your back hand and gaze softly past your front fingertips. Warrior 2. Deep, full breaths here. Inhale in and exhale out. Bring your chin back in space. Long spine, inhale, fill up. Exhale, come forward as much as possible. Bring your forearm to your thigh and your other hand toward the sky for extended side angle. You could gaze at your feet, on the horizon or toward the ceiling, whatever feels good in your neck. Options here for bicep by your ear. You could rotate your shoulder down or your pinkies down towards the earth. Inhale all the way back, reverse it. Remain bent in your front knee for dancing warrior. Stay here through your exhalation. Deep inhale, fill up. Exhale your hands on the horizon, release your front knee. Walk your back foot in just a little bit. Foot's about 45 degrees. Send your hips back. Exhale, bring your hand to your thigh or your shin or your ankle. Rotating your belly, side ribs, and chest toward the ceiling. Your neck is the last to arrive for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Deep inhale and long exhale. Inhale, soft bend in your front knee. Come all the way back up. Once again, feet out. Inhale your hands up, star pose. Exhale, sit deep. Inhale, come up. Pause here. Bring your left foot now to the length of the long side edge of your mat. Your back foot 90 degrees. And then exhale your hands to the horizon, bend into your front knee. Other side. Once again, self gaze past your fingertips. Notice if anything feels different here as we're coming and grounding and centering. Lift your back hand, relax your shoulders, relax your gaze. Add a little smile, tricking your mind that you're having fun. Deep inhale. Exhale, come forward as much as possible, forearm to your thigh and your other hand towards the sky. Once again, belly first, side ribs and chest toward the ceiling. Maybe bicep by your ear, rotating your pinky down for extended side angle. Remembering to taking a breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, shrug all the way back, remain bending your front knee. No weight in your back hand. Dancing warrior. Deep, long exhale. Inhale fills you up. Exhale, bring your hands to the horizon. Release your front leg. Walk your back foot just a little bit and adjust your foot to about 45 degrees. Inhale, long spine. So chin above chest, chest above hips. Send your hips behind you or to your other side and your hand to your shin or to your ankle. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Soft bend in your front knee, not to hyperextend. On your next inhale, come all the way up. Scoop your hands up, feet, toes out, and heels in. And exhale, you guessed it, just one more. And then inhale, come up. Bring your hands, palms touch, thumbs to your heartbeat. Toe, heel your feet in, or you could just step them in together. Big toes touch, little space between your heels. Notice your heartbeat. Feel the earth underneath you, the three corner edges of your feet. Maybe shift side to side. In front and back. Reconnecting with your breath here. Gently pet your eyes to open. So we're moving into our balancing sequence now. So sending your weight towards your left foot, rotate your right. So options here, you could kickstand your foot like this, so ankle, your shin, or your inner thigh. Just avoiding the knee at all costs for tree pose. If you're going for the thigh, I encourage you to go without assisting, just to see where you could go. Another variation is lotus or half lotus, so standing half lotus. So that's something that you want to maybe work towards. Just notice if you're poking out your ribs and just bring them back in. So really active core and your abdomen muscles are engaged. Wherever you find yourself, know that paw the wall is somewhere around, probably in your home, so you could always go close to paw the wall. Or paw wall, I think that's what it is, the hashtag on Instagram. So don't be afraid to use them. But once you're here and you found your focal point, your drishti, that's what the name of it is in Sanskrit, you grow your branches, your expression of your tree. So cactus arms, a traditional pose, so soft shoulders. I'm gonna do a little hand mudra. If you fall out, it's totally fine. It's totally cool. And even if you're here, you're still getting the benefits of the pose. So no matter which variation you took, it's not better or worse or good or bad. It's just embracing where you're at. So sending yourself compassion and kindness on your path, wherever you find yourself. So gently, slowly, as gracefully as possible as you came in, release. Give it a little shake. Big toes touch, little sliver in between your heels, and rotate your left. So same options here, and just noticing and honoring how you're feeling today and your different sides. So sides are very different from one another. Same options though. Ankle, shin, or inner thigh. And just recognizing as that even though we're super symmetrical, our bodies are very different from side to side. My teacher used to say that they even have it seems like they have their own personalities, and it's kind of true sometimes. So, or it feels like that for me sometimes. And it's very different from day to day. So yoga is this ability to cultivate this practice of beginning to pay attention to your body and being able to adjust the dial and knowing what you need and when you need it. And sending kindness and love and compassion to yourself, from yourself, no matter where you're at. So maybe you grab a hold of your opposite elbows behind you for a little bit at a challenge. Wherever you're at, maybe you challenge yourself with shifting your gaze toward the ceiling, maybe closing one eye and then the other. And gently, whenever you're over it, moving back as gracefully as possible, hands touch and release your foot. And then give it a shake once again. Moving right along. Big toes touch, send your weight towards your left, and lift your right whenever you're ready. You can have your hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra. You can also bring your hands to your hips. Active toes, so toes pointing towards the ceiling. When you're ready and you're feeling confident here, you want to explore your edge, you could bring your hands to your sides for crane pose. Idea here is that shoulder blades are down your back and they kiss on the back, so drawing them together. Collarbones high towards the ceiling and your chin back in space. From here, a few options. You could basket your hands underneath your thigh. As long as you're not caving in with your chest, any of these variations is good. Once you begin to cave your chest, you just want to come back to the last place that you were at and you just want to work from there. Alignment and the integrity of the spine is of the utmost importance in yoga and preventing injury in any of your asana practices. So options: basket your arms underneath your thigh, your knee, and even perhaps you go for your sole of your foot. Once again, if you're here, you want to retract back to the last place that you were at with the length of your spine. But maybe you give it a try, right? You see where you're at. The other option here is to bring length to your foot. Maybe even grab a hold of your big toe and send it to the side and see how that goes. If you fall out, embrace it. It happens to all of us. Another option here, just so you have all of them, is beginning to twist. So bringing your left hand to your right knee and twisting behind you. You could gaze straight ahead of you or back on your big thumb. Inhale, back to center. Keep your knee lifted for an added challenge as you shift your foot behind you and your torso forward. I'll demonstrate it from this side. So beginning in crane, beginning to shift torso forward, your foot back behind you. chest in line or above your waist. The right knee or the right hip tends to come out, so make sure that you bring it back down. You can keep your hands on by your chest in Anjali Mudra, or hands to your sides for airplane. So a warrior 3 with airplane arms. Or you could begin to shift your hands in front of you for the full expression, most challenging, warrior 3. And gently, softly bend into your front knee whenever you're ready to come out, and set your foot down. Nice work, everybody, wherever you find yourself. Great. So coming back to center, the other side. You gotta balance it all out. Big toes touch, a little space between your heels. Whenever you're ready, bring your weight towards your right, lifting your left. Active toes, so toes pointing towards the ceiling, right? Great place to stay here. You can bring your hands to your hips as well. Any of these variations is great. You're getting all the benefits of the pose, no matter how fancy it might look. So your hands to your sides, whoa. Embracing the wobble that is the balance of life. So for crane pose, being mindful that your shoulders are on top of your hips and your chin is on top of your chest. Other options, again, basketing your hands under your thigh, maybe in front of your knee, as long as that integrity of that length of your spine isn't compromised. And also maybe you want to flirt with your edge, so you go ahead and go for your toes. Maybe you send it high and see how it goes. Oh, that rhymed. Grab a hold of your thumb if you're feeling adventurous. Maybe send it to your side. And gently moving back through center when you're done flirting. And whenever you're ready, hands at your heart center, and begin to send your foot behind you. Once again, I'll demonstrate for here. So crane pose, and exhale, send back. Toes point down. Doesn't matter how high the foot comes off, as long as the chest is in line with your waist. Making sure that your hip that tends to come out comes in, and you have a flat pelvis here, your flat back. And any variation here, so you could have your hands in Anjali Mudra, airplane, or straight ahead, high plant. And gently, softly, as gracefully as possibly, moving your way back in. Giving a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. All right, one more for you. Big toes touch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, right hand underneath your right. Grab a hold of your shoulders. You could stay here. Otherwise, you could try to wrap your hands and touch your palms together. This is just as fine as well. So if you're here, inhale, send your elbows in line with your shoulders. Exhale, palms away from your face. We're not done yet. So inhale, and exhale, sit back into an invisible chair. You could stay here, or the other option is to send your weight to your left foot, inhale your right, and exhale, bring it through. You could just set it on top. You could bring your toes down towards the earth for a little bit more stability, or begin to work your way all the way around, twisting it. Ideally, knees and elbows aligned for eagle pose, Gardasana. Once again, remembering to breathe in and breathe out. This is a great lymph node massage, as well as a challenge. Gently, softly, inhale, begin to unravel all the way up. And then exhale, bringing your left underneath your right. Once again, you give yourself a hug, or interlace your hands and bring your palms to touch. Inhale, your shoulders in line, your elbows in line with your shoulders, and exhale, your palms away from your face. Inhale, long spine, exhale, sit back into your invisible chair. Great place to stay. Or if you're moving on, send your weight towards your right, lift your left, bring it over and choose your variation, tripod or all the way around. Once again, being compassionate and kind with yourself as we maneuver through life and adulting and balancing all the different responsibilities and things that pop up in our lives. Recognizing that it is quite an art to balance it all out, and that it takes time and practice. Gently, slowly inhale, unravel all the way up to stand. Exhale, cactus your arms, little micro bend in your back. Inhale, your hands up. Exhale, your gaze follows as your thumbs come to your heartbeat. Close your eyes here. Sway front to back and side to side. Feel your heartbeat. Notice any differences from your first mountain pose to Dasana to this one. Embracing your journey and exploration of balance on the mat. Hopefully taking any little tidbits with you and applying them off the mat. Let's take a deep inhale in and open mouth exhale. Bending your head towards your own heart in gratitude for all the cool shapes your body still can do. Till next time, namaste. Take care, friends.